Ray in Oregon. Hello, Ray.
John, you and I have misunderstood each other for a long time. It's time that we come to understand what the problem is. You are not my enemy. I have no animosity toward you. Earlier this week, I had called and I upset you unintentionally, but I made a comment and it upset you. You're a very charming guy, but you have a temper, and that temper got the best of you. That's all. Now,
is that Ray? That's how you see it, huh?
Yes.
You push buttons and I react, and that's because I've got a temper.
Well,
okay, all right.
It was evident by the way you reacted to me. Let me tell you what the problem is.
You think, Ray?
Let me tell you what the problem is. So you hold me up as being some know-it-all, and I'm really a nobody. I'm just a man. I don't play by anybody else's rules. I harm no one, and I only speak truth. And that is what upsets people who are caught in ideas and all the intrigue that is involved with the structure, the system that rules us. We cannot change our government by playing by the government's rules. That's the first thing.
Right.
Now, the problem between you and I brought it up many, many times, and it always comes to that point where we break off. I say boycott. And I say boycott as an individual. If we align ourselves with one another and join forces, we do so by having organizations which are based in rules. That system itself is satanic. And that is what I meant by the word satanic when I talked to you the other day. And it upset you. It was not meant to upset you. I was merely saying that you approach it from the point of opposition. We must overcome. We can't overcome. We don't have to overcome. We created government. We can uncreate government. That is the basis of the boycott that I speak about. And it can only be done by the individual alone. And you say, well, that's impossible. You have to have organizations. Well, it sounds like I'm bragging, but that's what for all the time that I was on your program, I spoke to you about my issues, and I stood alone. I had no organization. I had no following. But I knew that no man is my master, and no system is my master. What does that make me, you see? A know-it-all or a nobody? I choose the nobody because that's infinite. And no one can do a damn thing to me because I aspire to nothing. I aspire to be free. I speak of that freedom. And that upsets people who are not free. I hope that perhaps explains the fundamental basis of our disagreement. I hope so. Because I think as long as we resist evil, we will strengthen it. Don't resist evil, boycott it. Take away all your support. Take away everything. Stop working. Stop supporting. Stop providing. It'll all fall apart because it's all an idea. It's all an illusion. I understand that, and that's why I'm free. When they tried to put me in prison for 35 years, they failed, even though they convicted the juristic person in both trials. When it came time for sentencing, I just refused to accept their sentence because I had shown them that they had not proven jurisdiction over this living man. It's all we have to do. Withdraw our support. Boycott government, and it shall fall apart.
Ray, thank you for your call. I appreciate it. Matt in Missouri. Hello, Matt.
Thank you, John. Thank you for letting me follow him. Wow. I'm blown away every day, both in shock of those who are starting to see the big picture and those that are so scared they can't tie their shoelaces and they don't even know they're scared. I don't think they're out to shut anyone down in particular. I think they're planning on starving us all out. I mean, I think that's why the network's struggling with finances. We're all struggling with finances. They're trying to starve us out. But I'm seeing people start to draw the line in the sand. I've talked to several people recently, and they're pretty well upset about the House having discussions on a mandatory vaccination bill, and they're all saying the same thing I am. That's their line in the sand. They're not going to be force inoculated.
Along the same lines that Obama coming out and saying voting should be mandatory. Everybody needs to vote.
Well, here again, yeah. I never did understand why you were always so hard on Peter Neese. I actually, as I thought about it, you started out the show looking for solutions. I'm really starting to wonder if that's not the solution, is going the route of what Clint Richardson's been talking about, withdrawing